maybe you could explain, how a lot of us bring baggage to the table sometimes, and without knowing it, we kind of self-sabotage ourselves, because I see a lot of my students that do this, and it's frustrating to me as a teacher because I'm like, I know you can do it, but you seem to block yourself. And maybe you could tell me, what are your views on this and how you see it with your students?
Yeah, I'd love to share that. And I want to share, no matter what age you are, first off, Brian, congratulations on all you're doing, all the support and all the impact you've made on the world. And I know it's part of your heart and soul. So for those of you listening right now, you're in the right place. And today I'm here to serve. So whatever we can do to deliver value so you can take something from this interview and implement it in your life. Basically, take what serves you and throw the rest away. But what serves you, make it real. So I want to share something. Same thing you're obviously doing with your 8-week training, which I'm sure is amazing, is probably almost 2 decades ago, Brian, I was literally teaching people how to make money with cars. Because that's where one of my foundational pieces, my first self-education product is how to make money in the car business. And we were selling a decent amount. We were figuring this out, and thousands of people a month. And it always drove me crazy that like 15 to 18% of the people would refund the product. And I said, God, I got to make the product better. I want it, like, it needs to be better. So this is no joke. This is probably 2 decades ago, Brian. I go to the customer service department. That sounds like a department. It was 3 people. And I put a headset on for 2 days straight. And I just listened to the calls. I'm like, put me on a call, anybody who's wanting a refund. And it had nothing to do. They didn't say, this product stinks, cars don't work, money's not coming in. It was like, my husband thinks I'm crazy for doing this. Or I don't live in an area where people want to buy used cars. Like, there was every excuse possible except for the course stunk or it didn't work. It was the beliefs they had. It was the mindset they had. And this is, probably 15 years ago, I decided to write a book called Totally Fulfilled. I was teaching people how to do real estate, invest in real estate and invest in cars. And I did a personal development book because I just knew their obstacles had nothing to do with what was in front of them. It had to do with them having the ability to just keep moving forward, right? It boils down to, it's hard to simplify, and you know this, Brian, but there's a certain phase of your life, probably in your 20s. If you're in your 20s and you're listening right now, you're like, yeah, whatever. I don't need mindset. Just give me that thing that makes me the money or fixes my relationship or puts me in shape. Just give me, I'm a hustler, I'll do it. But we're wrong. I would think mindset in my 20s was 10% and 90% was the thing. And now I realize it's 90% mindset and 10% the thing. And it boils down to one thing, a lot of things, but this I want you to think about is most of us think we need more resources. If I had support from my family, if somebody lent me the money, if someone would just show me how to do it, if this economy wasn't so messed up, if we didn't have this, president or the liberals or the conservatives or the Christians or the Jews, like we get all these things because we think if we had the resources, we could make it work. And what I realized at 51, looking back and having more success than I could have ever imagined possible, I feel blessed every single day of my life. It has nothing to do with resources. It has to do with resourcefulness and relentlessly being resourceful. And where does resourcefulness come from? It all gets foundationed in mindset. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. That sounds simple. You've heard Tony Robbins and a million other people say it, but maybe this is the first time you're actually hearing it. When you look back through time, you look at the founders of America, George Washington, or people who made shifts like Abraham Lincoln. You look at the best athletes that you may admire, or people who changed racism, or you look at Mother Teresa. They never had resources. They found a way to be resourceful. And when you go upstream, it's all anchored in the beliefs that you have.